Drop them. So our next story, you know, pragmatic governance is a flexible and adaptive approach to governing that emphasizes practical outcomes. And so between governments and societal actors, we can tell you that Kaduna State government has launched.
It's not
okay, the story we just took. Okay, let's go now to our next story. No, these are not the best of times for residents of downstream areas in Niger State. The people there face immediate dangers from dam water releases. The 4 major dams include Jeba, Shiroro, Kainji, and Zungeru. They are all prepared to release large volumes of water, which poses severe flooding risk to the communities along the Niger and Kaduna rivers. The Niger State Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has strongly advised residents to relocate to a higher ground. According to the late American human rights activist Malcolm X, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today.
It is something that happens all the time. It is nature. There's nothing, there's little or nothing that we can do about it. Because all those dams, when you have increased rainfall, there's no way that they won't release water.
Yeah.
Because the dam will be full and they can damage the
and one stroke of nature
yeah,
will rubbish man's
So when it gets to a particular
it's worse
time,
when that happens.
Yeah, it's worse when
yeah.
that happens. So at every point in time, when there's an increase in the volume of the water in those reservoirs, they have to release water. There's nothing we can do about that. And when they do that, when they release that water, it will make the adjoining rivers to break its banks, and it will affect people, homes and all that. Yeah, even around Lagos here, anytime they release water from the Osun Oyon Dam, we always have that problem. We always have that problem. There are areas that will be flooded, and the waters will be like that for weeks.
Well, water, you know, will always maintain its level.
Yes, find its level. Yes, so it is a sad thing to do, but we have to prepare for it. So I would just appeal to people living in those plains, in the lower plains, to move to the higher ground, so that they prepare for it. And now that they are being informed,
will they heed?
No, they have to do that if they love themselves. Because you see, part of the problems that we have is that we close our eyes sometimes and think that problems will just go away. They won't go away. They've informed you that, look, these people will release water at a particular time. And when that happens, there's going to be flood. So it's better for you now to move to higher plains. And when that happens and water is there, you come back to where you were staying.
The solution is also to build smaller dams, collector dams. They call them collector dams, you know, so that when they release water, it goes into those collector dams. Because to release water from 4 major dams, these dams were created to provide hydroelectricity.
No wonder Niger is known as the power state.
Yes, all of those dams, Shiroro, Jeba, Kainji, you know, so they generate electricity through them for our nation. But because we also don't do desilting regularly, so in no time, the dams are full, and the best you can do is to be releasing the water. Just release the water incrementally. If you allow the dam to break, it's the sort of thing that happened in Borno State that we'll be witnessing. The dam must not break. It will lead to loss of lives.
And of course,
and destruction of property.
We must talk to die-in-the-wool believers who will be ready to tell you it is not my portion. This has nothing to do with it.
No, it's a yearly thing. Look at Cameroon, for example. Every year, Cameroon will release water from their dam. And once it's released, the river Benue and river Niger, the volume of water in those rivers will go up because they are all along its path, especially the river Benue. As you see, when Cameroon releases water from that dam, Adamawa is affected because river Benue runs through Adamawa. River Benue also runs through Benue State you know, and even Kogi. So all of those states that River Benue passes through, including Taraba, passes through Taraba, they will experience serious flooding. But we've not been able to find a solution. And people are saying, okay, if we had built those collector dams along the path, you know, of that, the path that the excess water passes through, it will have saved us the yearly destruction that happens to farmlands, to people's homes when this when they release water from these dams. So I can imagine what people are going through now in Niger State because of what happened the other day in Mokwa, where people thousands of people lost their homes, lives were lost. So this is the result, part of the result of what happened in Mokwa. You can see the water moving in its fury. Wow. So this regular rainfall pattern, which is the result of global warming, has made it even difficult for emergency responders to even address this problem because they can't explain why. Look at, ordinarily, in the Harmattan is supposed to be in November to March. But sometimes when we are supposed to be deeply in Harmattan, you see rainfall.
Yeah. Because
the pattern has become so irregular these days as a result of global warming, and is causing a lot of destruction to our communities.
The little rainfall this morning, I understand, has flooded some areas in Lagos.
Of course. For some people, once it rains and it's heavy, they can't be happy. Their houses will be flooded. There is a need to, a state like Lagos, for example, there is a lot that they need to do to address this question of flooding. Successive governments have not been able to solve the problem of flooding.
Okay.
What really is the problem?
Lagos, the highest
Do we need to look at our drainage architecture?
Yes, we have to do.
Do we need to do a lot of desilting? You know? So the past commissioners and experts, stakeholders, they need to come together because we can't leave things the way they are.
Yeah.
Every year it appears that it's getting worse in Lagos, the flooding problem. So
because Lagos is also under sea level. It's below sea level.
The highest point in Lagos is the Ogudu area.
It's below sea level, yes.
You know, it's okay then. Let's take on our next story.